Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to get into a live trade from this morning on CSKT. Yesterday, CSKT made a massive run, squeezing short sellers and then buyers hopping on, joining that momentum. And then it went up around 1,000% yesterday, closed around its highs. Some people may be trying to swing SCKT because of the crazy market we're in. But when people don't get the gap up that they're looking for, sometimes you can take advantage of that. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in this video. Yesterday, I had posted a video about the options trading with Tom Sosnoff, how the first week is going, the positions we're taking. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead to my previous video and you'll be able to check that out. This video is completely different. This is not options trading. This is not large cap stocks. This is small cap stocks or penny stocks or whatever you want to call it. And this recording is going to have two trades. There is two different examples. Right when I stopped the recording on CSKT, I was looking at CLPS. Some of you guys might have seen that this morning. Saw an opportunity there. I turned my screen recording back on so I could catch that trade as well. So you can just benefit from what I'm thinking, because one thing in the market is, people post gains here, gains there, but that's not really what's going to help you. What's going to help you is seeing how people think in the market and kind of understanding the psychology. So there will be two live trades from this morning that I'll be showing you. They are not the same setup, but I did explain why I took the position and what I was looking for and why I'm exiting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Let's get into it. This one is going to be a live video. Right now it is 7:08 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The market opens up at 7:30 for me. The ticker right now that's on the screen is SCKT. Some of you guys might have seen this yesterday. Absolutely just massive run, massive short squeeze. A lot of shorts shorting this, a lot of short traps. But if we look at the volume for this day, 227 million volume. So I definitely know we have some longs in here that were probably trying to swing this overnight, expecting a gap up. And now when the longs that are trying to hold overnight don't get that gap up, what do you think they're going to do when the market opens? They're going to realize that, okay, I'm wrong about the stock. The stock is also losing liquidity. So if the stock does get some type of bounce, they're going to probably try and exit. And second, other short sellers may try and hop on top of that move and increase that selling pressure. So I don't see this thing breaking yesterday's high whatsoever. Too much resistance. And I guess I'm just going to show you guys exactly how this one goes. I'm also going to give you something to compare it to, or let me see if I can get this screen up. This right here. This is what I want to show you guys. So it might be just a little blurry. Let me make it a little smaller. And this is main stages in a bubble. And when we're trading small cap or penny stocks, we know most of these are just momentum runs, and most of these are just driven by greed and fear. And it's a repeatable action over time because it's just human nature. And this is what I want to show you. This can be used for any time frame, really. And especially for these penny stocks, again, because they create like mini bubbles intraday. We get that first little takeoff, the pop, that extreme run up, where this is the run that was squeezing short sellers yesterday. And then we get this drop. And right now, this drop is the gap down. So this is where the high was put in. We get the drop, and then we get the lower high. And this is where this bull trap is right here. When people usually think they're buying the dip, but they're really just buying into a lower high, and then it's usually going to turn around on them. But you can usually take advantage of this dip. Most people just don't know how to exit. And if we do get a good entry, I'll place a trade if it's looking all right. I think a good live example would help a lot of people. But this is exactly what I'm going to be looking for. So if this dips down, I'm not looking for it to break the previous high. I may just take a quick dip buy and exit right here because I know that bounce is going to be short-lived, right? And again, from this bounce, we probably have people from the day before right here getting out on this bounce. Also, short sellers pouncing on top of this. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop the recording once the market opens and we get closer to time. I'm going to start this recording back up and I will let you guys know, and you'll be able to see exactly how I'm thinking when this appears. All right, so the market has just opened, and I'm going to start recording my screen just because I think it'll be a lot better if you have an actual visual. And I also wanted to record this one live. I know it's a lot better to just learn like that than just a past recording and going back on it and saying what you could have done. And you being able to see it live is the most important part. So there we go. There's the drop. There's the drop. Now I'm going to see if we can find a bottom. And I'm looking at my level 2. Actually, I'll go in 25. Oof. See if I get filled here. Just 25 shares. Look at me not getting filled right here. I know you guys see this. Okay, there we go. Okay, TOS, kind of lagging right now. So I just have 25 shares in at $15. 25 more. One more. There's a pop. We'll take off 25. I guess I'll just take off another 25. Level 2, stalling. 1630s, 1630s, 1640s. I'm watching the level 2 right now down here, 1650s. Are we cracking 1650s? There's not too much there. Okay, there's rejection straight at 1650. So we want to watch 1650. I'll add another 25 if it breaks 1650. I'll go 51. Or actually, no, I'm going to add into this dip, actually. Since it's only 25 shares, I'm going to add into this dip instead. I want to add at 16. Maybe I'll add at 16 if it fills me. Oh, there you go. Too late on that ad. Okay. Let's see if we can hold 1650s. We're above VWAP now. That's looking really good. This could also be a short setup. I don't know if I'm going to short this one, though, because the gap down is just too big unless it can bounce a little more. Wow, what a bounce. To 17s, and I'm out. So just a super quick 80 bucks. And that's just the quick dip buy. I told you exactly what I was going to do out the market open. This is a very repeatable action. And another reason why I understand this really well is because I short a lot of these and I need this entry price. I need the stock to come to me a lot of the times so that I can short it. So if I know the stock is going to come to me, on the flip, I can take advantage of the long side. I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to short it too if it does pop more. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see where this can go. Let's see what the chat is talking about. CKT. Bro, this was a beautiful move. Let's see, 15. Where was my first entry? Let's see if I can put my entries on the screen. Sometimes this thing doesn't want to populate, so it'll just give it a few moments. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. But yeah, nothing crazy. Just 25 shares, 25 25 shares, 25 shares. I'm scaling in and I'm scaling right back out. I'm not trying to overstay my welcome in these stocks. I also know this is the backside of the trade, right? I'm not expecting a higher high like yesterday, or this morning, what I was talking about. I'm not expecting this thing to start running again like it did yesterday. I know we have a lot of resistance. This is more of kind of like a dead cat bounce. And again, like we talked about that bull trap, this can still run up a lot more, but I'm saying it's most likely not going to break this high. I don't like to use definite terms, but it's 90% chance this is not going to break yesterday's high. But quick trade, that was what, 4 minute trades. So 3-4 minutes, $80, quick, solid. Didn't really get it. It's not the perfect trade. My average entries could have just been slightly better. My exits, there's always something to improve on, but profit is profit. And this is what we're looking for. That was the move. And let me bring back up this photo that I had shown you guys. And this is what I bought. I bought the backside of the bounce, and I sold into the rip. That's exactly what I said in the pre-market. That's exactly what I did. So it's not like I know exactly what the stock is going to do. I just know the natural human reaction when the stock sells off. When there's a sell-off, there's usually a bounce. And then at the same time, this is the backside of the move. And third, I'm usually waiting for this stock to come to me so that I can short the stock. So really, even if I was shorting right now, I wouldn't. You can probably make decent money in shorting this right now, but I don't like the risk to reward on this trade if I were to short, because it's still down 22% for the day. The risk is too wide for me to feel comfortable taking this short, even if it does go my way and I make money. I really liked the risk reward on the SCKT because it was already down so much and it started to sell off out the open. So it was a perfect dip buy to find the bottom on the level 2 as well, and then scale out into the pop, which is just a quick trade. So okay, since I'm already recording, I hopped back on and started screen recording my screen again because I saw CLPS and it looks like it's about to squeeze short sellers right now. And I think this is a good example that people can learn from the psychology of trading. So CLPS had a massive gap up, like 300%. And whenever that happens, a lot of short sellers are so hungry to pounce on this thing and short it, right? It's just a lot of short sellers aren't patient enough to short stocks, and it usually squeezes them, puts them in a bad position. So you can see that shorts definitely tried to short this pop right out of the gate, out to the highs. So if you're a long and you bought, this is why you don't really try and buy the highs, because you're going to get stuck in stuff like this. Sometimes it'll work, but most of the time you're going to get just underwater right away. And so you can see it popped. All the longs that bought up here flushed all of them out. Every single long that bought out this pop is red once it breaks this open price. Every single one is red. They panic sell, consolidates under the VWAP. Impatient short sellers, especially after they see that sell off and it's under VWAP, impatient ones will start to short under VWAP. And when it's not time to short, a lot of times that will cause a short squeeze. When other short sellers see that it's not ready, the pop was so fast. Man, let's go 1471. I'll still go above 1471 because I believe it'll squeeze still higher still. Ooh, we'll just go 50 shares because it's just, you don't really want to buy too high. But again, I know short sellers are, some short sellers definitely shorted up here. So I want to catch them off guard. I'll dip buy that. And I'm just going to be patient here. I know short sellers that shorted up here are very nervous right now. They're sweating. Now I got filled. I'm going to take some. It's going to squeeze. Yeah. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I'll take more. And you know what? I'm out. It'll probably run maybe 16, whatever. I don't really care. I just wanted to show you guys another quick trade and how you can capitalize on the psychology of trading. And a lot of times you can just wait for people to put themselves in a bad position in trading, and then you can capitalize on it. So for example, if you've jumped the gun on this trade, if you have FOMO and you buy into this first spike, you're going to be super nervous because that's a bad entry. So your risk levels are going to be messed up and you're going to panic sell when it drops, most likely. And then again, if you're an impatient short seller, you're probably getting squeezed right now because every single short seller that shorted this pop is now red. Do you see how this can switch back and forth from the shorts and longs and who's underwater and just the psychology of trading? So if you can understand what are the short sellers thinking, where are they risking on the chart, what are the longs thinking, what are they risking on the chart? And honestly, I feel like a broken record. I've kind of been saying this stuff for a very long time now, especially on my YouTube channel. But I think it's a lot better that you guys now have a live example to compare that to. And again, if you guys enjoy these type of videos, these live videos, live examples where you can get value out of, I would appreciate a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any future videos. I am just giving out all this content for free. Most of this stuff that I'm learning, the only reason why I learned it was because I had to make so many mistakes to just get there. So I really would appreciate a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.